Hello everybody. In this video I will show you how to convert entity relationship diagram into relational database tables. I have considered a very simple example. Here I have considered entity relations diagram of customer purchase product. Entity within the customer is represented by rectangle. We can see here rectangle is used for customer and product. These are the entities, and entities are described by attributes. In this case, CID is attribute of customer and contact is attribute of customer and represented by oval and are connected by the straight line with the entity. Now similarly, PID and purchase are attributes of product entity. This customer and product entity are related with purchase relationship and is represented by diamond. In the ER diagram, we will be using diamond to represent relationships. Here I have created a corresponding table. This table corresponds to customer entity. This table corresponds to product entity, and this table, the middle table, that represents purchase relationship. Here customer and product are primary tables. The customer, we are having CID as the primary key, product as the, in case of the product, PID as the primary key. And this customer and product entity are primary tables, and this purchase, that relationship table, is the dependent table. In the dependent table purchase, CID is foreign key, PID is also foreign key. In this purchase table, CID can take only those values that exist within the customer's CID, and PID can take only those values that exist for PID for the product. Now let's write SQL statement to create these tables. I have already started my SQL database and there is a test database. There is nothing. Now I will be writing the SQL statement. Now let's create the first primary tables. Create table customer CID varchar 10. This is primary key. Then contact varchar, this is 10. Okay, now I'm missing a bracket. Okay, this is the customer table. Let's execute this. Okay, customer table is created. Now let's create product table. Primary key, then unit price. This is data type double. It is a number, so we are creating product table with two attributes, PID and unit price. PID is varchar and is primary key, unit price is number, so we are creating it as a double. It is a data type. Now let's execute this. Okay, done. Now let's create the purchase table. Always remember, we have to create the primary tables, then only we can create the dependent table. In this case, purchase is the dependent table. CID varchar 10, PID varchar 10, then purchase date. This attribute will tell us which customer has purchased which product in which date. Now these are the three attributes of purchase table. Now we have to create the foreign keys. Foreign key, that is first CID, that will be referencing our customer CID. Then we have to do, okay, on delete cascade and on delete cascade on update cascade. Now we have to create another foreign key, PID, that is referencing product PID on delete cascade on update cascade. Now why is this showing me this thing, FOREIZN? CID it's okay, PID okay, references customer ID, foreign key, FOR, spelling is wrong here. Okay, now everything seems fine. On delete, I am missing bracket here. Okay, Okay, fine. Now we are creating the foreign key using this statement. Foreign key CID references customer on delete cascade, on update cascade. So in this table we are having two different foreign keys. One is CID, another is PID. So we have to write this foreign key creating statement twice. Okay, on delete cascade, on update cascade. That is the very important statements. Whenever we make changes with the primary table, that changes should be reflected upon the dependent table. And if we do not do these two things, do not mention these two things, then whatever we make change within the primary table will not be reflected or will not be allowed to change in the primary table. Okay, so on delete cascade and on update cascade helps to make changes within the dependent table whenever we make change within the primary table. Now let's update this. Now execute this, not update. Now execute this. Now execute it. Now our tables are created. Now let's insert some records within these primary tables first. Insert into customer CID contact values C100, then contact number 222, then another record C200, contact 223. Okay, now let's insert these two records. Let's remember we are inserting C100, C200. Now let's insert it. You can see in the product customer table two customers been inserted. Now insert record within the product table. Insert into product PID, unit price, values, P1 unit 10, then P2 value 20, unit price. Now let's insert these two records with the product. Okay, inserted. Now we can see in the product table 10 P1 and P2. Now let's insert record within the purchase. This is the dependent table. So first we have to insert records in the primary table, then only we are supposed to insert records in the dependent table. Insert into purchase CID, PID, PDate. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's PDate. Values C100, P1, then date 2023 10 14. Now let's record one more record C200 P2 2023 10 14. Okay, now customer C100 has purchased product P1 in date 14th. Similarly, customer C200 has purchased product P2 on date 14. Now let's insert this. Where is go? Okay, now inserted. Now we can see in the purchase table. Okay, now let's insert one more record in the purchase table. Insert into purchase CID, PID, P underscore date, values C400 and P5, comma P5 on date 2023 10 01. Now this record should not be inserted into purchase because we do not have C400 in customer and we do not have P5 in product. According to the referential integrity, the CID and PID are supposed to take only those values which exist within the prime tables. Now let's try to execute this. Okay, we are having the error or problem. Cannot add or update a child row. A foreign key constant fails. So we're not able to insert this record because of referential integrity. So in this way, we can convert this ER diagram into the relational database tables. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you liked my video, kindly subscribe it. Thank you very much.